Hello and welcome to another update video about Quant. I had a lot of requests for a Quant video, and again for Quant as well, very similar to other cryptos. My view is that this here was a large wave 1 as per the Elliott wave count. We are now here in the wave 2 and we have already maxed out my target area. Remember in the last video a month ago maybe, we talked about the possibility of dropping actually to the $49 level. That is why we had the target area on the chart like this, between the 88.7 and the 78.6% fib levels, between $49 and $92. In the previous video we were just here, just below this trend line. We actually broke the trend line to the upside, but in the end did not make a higher high and actually made then a lower low. So this is what Quant is currently doing. It has corrected down quite a lot, but not more or less than many other cryptos, pretty much in range with many other cryptos as well. Came down all the way to the 88.7% fib level. Ideally it doesn't drop below it, but we also have to say, and that is just fact, that in the last bear market after 2018 or after 2017, a lot of cryptos actually dropped below the 88.7% fib level. So downside potential is still there. There is just literally no support left, and that would be not good for Quant. Overall, I do expect still another drop, and this is pretty much in line with what I do expect also for many other cryptos. Made videos about Solana today. That chart here doesn't have a lot of structure. I have to say that very clearly. That is not great. It is a bit concerning. But if we go with what the wave count is for other cryptos, this here currently would be a wave 4 and a wave 5 would still be coming. It looks generally similar to the Solana chart, but this last leg down here pretty much has no structure at all. It is a bit strange, but it would indicate, if I align that with the Elliott wave count of other cryptos, then this here would be a wave 4 and then we would see one more wave down. And I think it would be realistic to expect the price maybe between 20 and 40 US dollars for the next leg down. What are we actually doing here? I think we are currently here doing some kind of a consolidation pattern after a strong move down that we had. It's some kind of a triangle pattern actually. Some cryptos currently are doing a descending, or no, an ascending wedge, some kind of a bear flag. This here looks more like a triangle, but would also be a trend continuation pattern on the way down. And that would also be in line with what I do expect, which would be one more drop. And that could just go to $49 once more, but I would actually expect it goes a little bit lower, because if this here was a wave 3 down, so somewhere up here you would have had your wave 1, 2, 3 down, wave 4 here, wave 5 down, would complete that higher degree wave 2, and only after that we will be able to see new all-time highs. Now that is probably quite a bit of a time away until we see new all-time highs. We just don't have the bullish signals yet. And some people talk about a year-long bear market. Now I personally don't see that yet, but it of course is possible. Overall, what is interesting to see here is that we are very close to the completion of the correction. That is what I think. But how long then the recovery takes, that is what nobody really knows. But I see here the correction really in its last legs. So let's also take a look at where we are on the medium time frame. So here on the weekly, you see we are here currently at 36 on the RSI. Bullish crossover prevented on the weekly already back in April, currently moving further down. So here this is not yet turning around on the weekly. Let's take a look if we can see anything on the 4-day chart, which is also very meaningful. On the 4-day we are now at 30 level, so pretty much very close to being oversold. But also the MACD here turning down since the end of April, bearish crossover on the MACD. Now here this is now getting interesting on the daily. We are starting to see here some sort of bullish signals. They are still too weak though, still too weak. So on the RSI here we see rising momentum, not too much, and also there was no bullish divergence. The MACD might print here a bullish crossover. That is some sign of strength that is coming, and it is definitely needed as well. And this obviously came here from the 4-hour chart, which had already a bullish crossover here on the 12th of May. And this then translates over to the daily. But overall, the indicators don't really show that much strength. Yeah, here on the 4 hour also the RSI moved higher, but really not much above 50, and we just need that additional push, this sort of uptrend. So far we don't see that. We are in a triangle here. Volume is coming down, and volume would need to go up. You know, you can draw obviously trend lines here on this volume indicator as well, and you can see that in line with the apex here of the triangle, we see a decline in volume. That typically happens, but when that breaks out, this will be a spike in volume then. And where could it take us in terms of targets of the triangle? We just take the height of that triangle. To the upside, a move would take us all the way above $100, so could take us all the way up to $110. To the downside, it would take us, as expected, then below this target range into the level around $35. So at the moment, it doesn't look like to me the downtrend is over. It looks a bit like a bearish pennant. That next move down, should the triangle break to the downside, target would be around $35, just purely based on the technical side of things here from that triangle. And yeah, only when the line 2 or the wave 2, sorry, is complete, then we should see a reversal to the upside, and only then we can talk about new all-time highs potentially. But I wouldn't really want to talk about new all-time highs until Quant has at least moved above $150. So that previous swing high here, that is very important structurally, because since then the price has pretty much just been in a decline, and this is a level that just needs to be broken in order to unlock higher price levels. Until that is done, the downside potential is still very, very real. And yeah, that is my view about Quant. Had a lot of requests, so in summary, short-term downside definitely possible. My primary expectation would be we drop once more, possibly into the region between $20 and $40, before we then have a chance to reverse down there. Is it technically possible to already move up from here? Yes, it is, absolutely. We reached that yellow target area. That was the target area for the higher level correction. And in the small scale, it looks like we are going to drop once more. Here, theoretically, the correction could be finished. We reached the target area for wave 2, absolutely fine. And at any point in time, we can now see bullish signals and rising prices, but the signals are just too weak. And until we break really above $150, there isn't really too much sort of confirmation behind such a price increase, should it then happen. Alright, so hopefully you liked the update about Quant. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.